One interception. There's the interception from Kyle Walker. And that should be job done for this 16-year-old wonder kid from the Netherlands. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nearly pickpocketed by Diatta. He has done it again. The man of Team Gullit with a dream story from the Netherlands. 16 years of age, back-to-back champion. Wow, Levi de Weerd, you are writing yourselves into the history book, and there's that trophy. Incredible from Levi de Weerd.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. My name is Renzo, and today we have a special video for you guys because obviously, if you haven't heard it yet, Levi has become back-to-back European champion. An absolute incredible, mind-blowing performance, but obviously he's used some special custom tactics in the 4-4-2 that we'd like to share with you, and we're going to analyze the game versus Gravesen so you guys can learn something of the gameplay of both those players. So, like always, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. First of all, we're starting off with the tactics, the custom tactics that Levi has on his 4-4-2. It is pretty basic, not gonna lie. 5-5 on the defensive style, balanced as well. Offensive style is balanced. Levi does use a little bit of extra depth, as you might have known or might not know. If you play it on 7 to 8, your team automatically does offside traps, which makes it in Pro v Pro games sometimes very hard to break your opponent down. And like you can see, players in boxies sometimes plays with that as well. And little spoiler already, versus Gravesen we decided to put the width to 5 instead of 4, what he was playing originally. So now he's probably kept it like that because that worked, right? Then again, the strikers are the most important in the 4-4-2. Down the wings, if you like skills, you want to have 5-star skillers, but the instructions thus far, it's pretty basic. He's just keeping them on mixed attack, come back on defense for the strikers though. Very important, we feel like, in Pro v Pro as well, because you want to just keep it tight if you are on the defensive end. Same goes for the wingers. He does have get into box for cross sometimes. He's been experimenting with that. And also here, we've covered it pretty much a couple times before. Bruno Fernandes, you can play him on balance. Versus Gravesen, we chose to have it on stay back as well. And the fullbacks are on stay back as well. It's pretty basic. But then again, these tactics are so balanced that if you like 4-4-2, it works very well. Well, here we are. The game versus Gravesen. This is the grand final. Levi and Gravesen matched up 2 times, and Gravesen was starting off hot in the grand final. Obviously, Levi had to wait for like 2 hours, I think, or 1.5 hours after he beat Gravesen in extra time. I believe it was, don't pin me on this, but it was either 3-2 or 4-3. Levi scoring like a 190th minute winner, 119th minute winner, which obviously upsets Gravesen, but he managed to recover very well from that, beating Adriman, his teammate, and advancing to the grand final. But look at this here. This is what we noticed at the start of the game as well. Gravesen had a very tight defensive line. So Levi was very much struggling in the first 15 to 20 minutes with building up, and then that's why I'm there sitting behind him. I told him, use your fullbacks more and start creating space down the wing. He does it very well, and yeah, this kid is special. I'm not even exaggerating, but this kid is special with his right stick and left stick ability. If you guys can do this as well, like, you're obviously very gifted as well, but the skill moves that he does with R9 here, we're gonna take a quick look. R9 here, he does a ball roll scoop turn, he cancels the ball roll scoop turn, then dribbles left to right, performs an elastico, reversed elastico, and shoots. But before he did the reverse elastico, he also pressed L1 in order to make sure his R9 turned towards goal. Just in the space of literally half a second, 1 second maybe max. So, and I'm obviously sitting behind him, so I can like hear his controller movement, and I'm telling you, it's so fast. That is probably why Levi is so good at this moment. But here again, like Gravesen was playing very well, and he definitely created space a lot more easy than we liked. So this was kind of important. I told Levi, stop putting so much pressure on the ball holder on your own half, but press him up high on his half. Which immediately after halftime, we're gonna see the result of that. Levi loses the ball here, but then look at this. Immediately puts pressure with Team of the Year Bruno. Gravesen does get the ball back, but here again he has to force an orthodox pass, and Levi has the ball again, and actually could get something out of this, because winning the ball up on your opponent's half is very, very dangerous usually. And like you can see here, it's a player lock cross, and I think he wanted to go for the header there. I'm pretty sure, because CR7 right now, even his 95 or Team of the Year, like the guy is pretty much undefeatable in the air. If you play your lock cross and you do an L1 cross, it is so dangerous. We've seen a lot of players do that during the broadcast event as well. But then again, like Gravesen was playing very well, and it was just, there was so little chances, and Gravesen was literally like always trying to search for that little bit of space with passing, which he does very well, and he really is good with the wing play. And like you can see here, he gets through down the wing. Levi tries to absolutely take him out, which does successfully so, but then again, Gravesen here, he has a lot of men, and that is when Gravesen really is very, very good. Levi is a good defender, but when he has so many players in and around the box, Gravesen is just tough to defend. Here, does a good directional bridge. That is the directional bridge. You do kind of have trouble defending it, and it's just simple passing. Rashford making an incredible run. And the fun thing is, we analyzed Gravesen as well, and he kind of scored a similar goal where Rashford would just make an incredible run from the other side into the box, and Gravesen just playing it and shooting first time. So I was sat there like, I've seen this before, but there's not much you can do. But then again, like this guy, this Levi kid, you can see Gravesen, he's also like, what do I do against it, you know? Like it's just so tough to defend. He just does a directional bridge into space, L1 stop, and then performs an elastico. And here again, like he's just twisting and turning, and this elastico was perfect, and I was like, shoot, but he probably expected Gravesen to press with the other center back and try to avoid the auto block. But Gravesen did well there. Obviously very important to keep it to just a 1 goal difference, because this was already 90th minute. So second leg, yeah, there wasn't much that Levi and I pretty much discussed in between. I think at this point, because we're playing for like the third game pretty much against Gravesen. You all, like in the first game you kind of still surprise each other sometimes, and in the second game you kind of get the hang of each other, but then it still is the case, like, can you defend it? And the third game is pretty much, alright, unless I see something that is happening at the time, there's not really tactical adjustments that you're making. But Gravesen as well, especially if it's tight. Obviously if the scoreline was different, you would switch it up, but right now it was just a case of pretty much playing chess, and hopefully you are the first one to strike again. And yeah, here we are. Like, I'm a little bit confused now. It's Levi actually with the white kids, obviously, and he was just keeping possession in this game. Like I remember I've told him, be a little bit more conservative with your build up. Like, just keep it nice and easy, right? So don't like force something, but just play the open passes and let Gravesen make the decisions for you, because at that 90th minute as well, he literally did an elastico and kind of still wanted something, but space was already there. The same goes for here. with R9. He does that reversed. But then again, there was some other space in there as well. Levi was a little bit nervous, obviously. And Gravesen here with a huge chance, actually. Like, the space kind of opened out of nowhere, to be fair. But that shot of Neymar, like, it could have easily gone in as well. But it was kind of an angle that... It's just a tricky angle. Like, it needs to be either an incredible finish or it's just going to be a worse finish. But here again, look at the press. The press up high on the pitch of... or on Gravesen's own half in and around the box. We analyzed that as well. Gravesen really, when he defends, he just does kind of rush his first time pass sometimes down the or down the middle or down the side, just to down the wings, I should say, because he just wants to get rid of the ball pretty much out of his box, and Levi optimally used that into his advantage, but couldn't really make anything out of it. It was just a very tight first half with Levi being on the stronger end, but couldn't really find that finishing touch. Here though, Rashford again, and yeah, that is just typical. Like, at that moment, obviously you're going to shoot, but Levi, like, he is a kid that would also be able to perform a step over with the R1 button. Then you would have just opened up your body and avoided the auto block. But anyway, the auto blocks are just insane on this game, like we know. And here again, it's just finding space down the wing is Gravesen, but he does get a little unfortunate there. And I remember, like, when I said that, I was like very much relieved that Gravesen didn't really get what he deserved there, because that was a great pass, obviously. And Gravesen starting off in the second half a bit better as well. I remember we had a pretty long timeout. I don't know if they changed anything like specifically, maybe just some sliders in the custom tactics, and obviously like discussing with his coach like what he should do better. But here Levi does make a little mistake here, and I remember after this I said, like, just keep the tempo up high when you're down the wing. But look at this goal. Like, I think you might be able to see the cam. Like, yeah, I'm like that is just great from Gravesen. Like, you can't really deny that. This is just, he notices the space, he recognizes the angle, and he just goes for the finesse. And it's Team of the Year Ronaldo's. Davies was a little too late on the block. Not much you can do. Just a great goal. But it ended up being a goal of the possession loss, where Levi had kind of the space down the wing, but he took it a little bit too slow. He let Gravesen get back into position. That is always a bit that's on your mind. Oh yeah, actually we already have a goal here. Same thing, ball roll, scoop turn, but an elastico before that. And I said two things to Levi: keep the tempo up high on down the wing, and start doing your skill moves again, and just whatever feels natural for you. You don't need to kill him, you just need to score, right? And yeah, Levi, you can decide for your own, but he always tries to do both pretty much. But it was like what I was saying, that I told him also to like keep possession, be a bit conservative, play the 100% passes, and that's when it's always difficult to, yeah, don't make mistakes and don't keep the tempo too low that you make simple mistakes. But here again, this is great defending by Levi. And why is this so good? Because with Davies here, he sets a step back, and then it allows him to get in front of the shot, and it's not the defending that is the maybe the best looking, but it's smart defending, because he know he was already gone, and the tackle, he couldn't make it, so he had to try and block the shot. But then again, we could see like Gravesen just being incredibly dangerous from down the wing, cutting inside and reaching his strikers. But we were 3-2 up, and at this point, yeah, Gravesen made some adjustments there at the corner kick, and he gets the goal kick. There's always space from goal kicks. It's a little bit weird, and CR7 just ran down into space. And again, ball roll scoop turn, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're still here. Let me know in the comments, do you guys need a ball roll scoop turn tutorial? Let me know. But anyway, at this point, I know Levi was like, no, is that happening? But I said like offside. And we go into extra time again, because this long pass isn't going to result in anything. And we're going into extra time, and yeah, my heart was beating at a pretty high rate here, I'm pretty sure. surely Levi's, Gravesen's, and the DUX team members were as well. Because this game was just so much back and forth. Felt like Levi had a little bit more of the most dangerous chances, but Gravesen was just so well in the fundamentals that it was such a tough game. It was literally playing chess pretty much. And all but, well, good words for Gravesen and the DUX gaming members, because I felt this was just a beautiful final, and it could have resulted into Gravesen's favor as well. But here, he defends well down the wing is Levi, and there is space, and I was like, you have never played a through ball, right? Like the typical through balls that you can see in competitive FIFA 21. But there was the opportunity, but yeah, that's the nerves, and you don't want to lose possession. He does lose it, gets it back here, and this is so important. 102nd minute, but that didn't really result into a chance. And here it is, the moment that you've all been waiting for, pretty much. 109th minute, R9. Yeah, that is why you pay 50 million for R9 Prime. And it was simple, but it was effective. And then Gravesen had to put on the pressure, maximum pressure out there, and I literally said to Levi, like 4-2-3-1, overload ball side, or 5-3-2. Actually, I need to rephrase that. We wanted to go 4-2-3-1, but Levi said, like, do you want me to go 5-3-2? I've practiced with that, and it's a little bit better. So I said, like, okay, but put CR7 at center mid and Neymar as striker. And who intercepted that pass there? It was CR7. So it's just those little things, those small things, because Neymar isn't the most physical. CR7 is much taller, so he's likely to make interceptions, and he's playing center mid. You just need physicality at that point, because everybody just probably going to end up in and around the box. So Neymar isn't really going to help you out. Here, Levi did try to waste some time, did so. Gravesen has probably his last chance here, maybe one more if he does retrieve the ball after losing it quickly. But this is so important. Davies and Kulusevski not really locking, and CR7 here I was like shaking my head. If you can see that in the cam, I was like, no, Levi, just keep the ball there. And Gravesen here has that last second opportunity with Mondi here, but he forces the pass, and this should be game. But Levi does try to give me a heart attack here with this pass. It narrowly makes it, and then it was game over. And yeah, obviously nothing more but excitement in our HQ. Giving a hug, and Levi just collecting all this trophy and showing off with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little analysis / background information about the final. My name is Renzo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.